be a example video, which I've also done on my TikTok channel, of the book that I got by Damien Leith that I'll be reminding you of again, with the signature that he signed for me on my birthday after the Island Orchestrated concert when I met him and had a meet and greet with him. There's my signature, and I'll be actually doing a little bit of a reading for you guys to give you a bit of an example what to expect in the book of the extraordinary misadventures of Lake and Birdy and their remarkable fortitude. So I'm not going to read it in chronicle order necessarily. I'm going to just pick a certain page or a certain chapter and give you a bit of an example on somewhat what to expect from the book. Now, it's not the most biggest book ever, and it'll probably take a couple of weeks to read. It probably won't take all that long to read, but it does sound entertaining, and I haven't really read a children's book in a long time. I've more gone towards adult novels, but I thought I'd give a children's book a bit of a go and see my thoughts on it, really. But I'm definitely keen, of course, reading some of Damien Leith's other books as well. So, yeah, he obviously wasn't selling at the Island Orchestrated concert his other books. Otherwise, I may have got all three, depending how I felt at that time. But I'm definitely going to give you a bit of an example in a minute of that book that I got. And I'll give you another short video after this about the fact that I'll give you another short video, like I've done on my TikTok channel, that is about the book that I'm currently reading, which is The Unfortunate Side Effects of Heartbreak and Magic. And I've got 3 chapters left of that book before I start this Damien Leith book, but I'm pretty excited, so I'll probably be doing that a little bit later or before bed, and I may even start reading the Damien Leith book, depending how tired I really get. If not, I'll just start it another day during the week or soon enough. But let's do this now, and let me get on with what I was going to do in the video by giving you an example of what to expect in the book, or a bit of a preview of what to expect in the book of the extraordinary misadventures of Lake and Birdy and their remarkable fortitude. So I'm going to pick a random chapter. I'm not going to pick the same chapter, actually. I'll pick chapter 12 this time for you guys. I picked a different chapter in my TikTok video. I'm going to pick from chapter 12. Now, I will definitely be reading this book in the right order of things, but this is, like I said, just an example video on the book. I'm not going to be reading you the whole book. I'll be reading the book in my own private time. If you want to read the whole book, grab the book yourself from stores. But I'll give you a bit of example in case you want to buy it, or you sound like the looks of the book, like you love the front cover or you love the back cover. I sure do. So yeah, let me get on with what I was talking about with giving you an example of this book. Chapter 12. Awake in the night. Lake had no idea what time it was when Miss McGregor charged into the kitchen. Rain was pelting down outside, and the kitchen was especially dark. "You think you're so smart, don't you?" she yelled, grabbing Lake roughly by the scruff and waving the envelope in front of her. Lake was shaking. What? What?" she cried. "If it wasn't for the fact I've forgotten to sign one of the forms, I would have never discovered your little note." "I don't know what you're talking about." Lake knew exactly what she had discovered and was petrified about what might happen next. "Don't play dumb with me. I warned you about funny business." "Didn't I? It was an accident." "This was no accident, and I'm not playing around anymore." "Would you like to see your sister?" "Yes, please, yes." "Really? You'd like to see her?" Miss McGregor pushed Lake roughly to the ground. "Well, you never will again." "What? No, please," she pleaded. Miss McGregor's words cut through her like a knife. "I'm sorry, I didn't mean it." The old woman removed the piece of dishcloth from the envelope and threw it at her. "Good night." She switched out the lights and slammed the kitchen door behind her. Lake was left alone in the darkness. Feeling defeated and broken, She had nothing. She had lost everything. Another sleepless night faded this morning. It was still pouring down outside, but Lake barely registered the sound. She lay motionless in the doghouse, staring blankly into the distance. "Right. Where is she?" a man's voice boomed from outside the room. "In the kitchen," said Miss McGregor. Footsteps sounded, growing louder, as both people neared the kitchen. Finally the key turned and the door opened. Miss McGregor entered first, followed by a chubby man, younger and shorter than she was. "She's in there." Miss McGregor pointed to the doghouse. "Wake up, child. Time for work." Lake didn't move, and both Miss McGregor and the man approached, peering inside the doghouse. "What's wrong with her?" the man said, running a hand through his mop of curly hair. "She's not moving." She wasn't. She was dead still, as if she'd lost all ability to move or react. An incredible machine. The human body can handle a billion different tasks all at once without ever breaking a sweat, but there are times when even this magnificent machine struggles to cope, when its only option is to shut down and reboot. Lake's body was doing just that. She was healthy, she was well, but she was switched off. The recent events combined with exhaustion and hunger had finally taken effect, and she was in a daze. "She's fine," Miss McGregor scoffed. "Dump her outside." "What? In the rain?" "Yes, out in the rain. But she'll get saturated." The man spoke with a deep round voice, slowly and densely. "That's the point. Bring her to her senses." "Ah," he nodded as if he'd just witnessed the first light bulb. "You want to get her wet?" Miss McGregor had no patience. "Just do it, Jack." "That's not my name." "Auntie Kay, don't start with me, right? It's Jackson. I don't care what it is." Grabbed the girl and pulled her outside. She paused, then shouted, "Now you go, idiot." Jackson jumped into action, clearly frightened of his auntie. Reaching into the doghouse, he dragged the girl out, slung her over his shoulders, and headed for the back door. Miss McGregor was already there and had it unlocked. Moments later, he dropped Lake onto the rain-soaked ground outside, which immediately roused her from a trance. "So you're okay," Jackson said with a dopey laugh. Actually, I might leave it at that, actually. There we go. That's all you're going to pretty much get in the novel of The Extraordinary Misadventures of Lake and Birdy and Their Remarkable Fortitude, which I love the title. Obviously, I would just call it The Extraordinary Misadventures of Lake and Birdy for short, because it's easier to remember than remembering the whole title and Their Remarkable Fortitude. But that definitely sounds pretty damn cool to me. Not a lot of people have commented on this video, actually. Maybe not a lot of people that have watched my YouTube are big Damien Leith fans, or maybe they only know about his music and albums compared to any of his books, or it's not for their age group, or not really sure. But I think this book is going to be amazing when I definitely get to read it in the chronicle order. And they mentioned some other books at the back of the book as well, but they're not books obviously by Damien Leith, but I just like the front cover and the back cover. That's what the front cover looks like again, and that's definitely what the back cover looks like. And just what I've read so far definitely sounds pretty damn good. I just want to see how many chapters there are in this book, really. Let me see how many chapters are. Okay, actually I want to read this part. I haven't read this part before, actually. For my wife, Eileen, and my 3 kids, Jarvis, Jagger, and Kiki, who always loved a bedtime story when they were little. Also for my mam, my family all around the world, and in loving memory of my forever young at heart dad. Aw, that's really sweet, Damien Leith. In fact, I think I'm going to take a photo of that and I'll upload it to my Facebook and Instagram and my TikTok of what he wrote to his wife in the book. That's just, and for his wife, his 3 kids, like his youngest child. Well, I'll start that again. For like his wife, his oldest two sons, and his younger daughter, and of course his mum and his father that apparently he lost from Parkinson's disease last year. That's such a beautiful message. I'm glad he wrote that in his book. I think that's very, very sweet. So yeah, let me see how many chapters there are. Quickly, or maybe slowly. Chapter 2. Okay, 22 chapters in the book. That's not too bad, particularly for a children's book. That's pretty damn good, but those pages will go pretty damn quickly, though. But yeah, that book definitely sounds pretty awesome, and I'm glad that I gave you a bit of a sneak peek into what to expect in this Damien Leith novel. And I'll be definitely reviewing The Extraordinary Misadventures of Lake and Birdy and The Remarkable Fortitude for you guys once I've started this book. And I'll also do like a book, or I'll also do another video nearing the end of reading the book, or I'll just do another video of a live video and give you a book review, because I definitely want to read this book and I want to review this book for you guys as well. So there we go. Now let's see the comments section of the video. Stephen Owen wrote, "It's you. I left $5 and a condom." Why would you leave $5 and a condom? Okay, that's a bit of a random thing to say on my YouTube channel. What else have they wrote? Same person again. "You have hemorrhoids. I know. It's you. Hemorrhoids? What are you on about?" Okay, that's just some random troll. Stephen Owen wrote again, "You love Vegemite too much." That's a priceless comment, by the way. I actually do love Vegemite. I wouldn't say too much, though, but I don't get what that's all about. Why do you think I love Vegemite too much, though? Weird thing to say. Here we go. Let's see what other roast or troll they've come up with. Stephen Owen wrote again, "Is your dog okay? I noticed it was not walking straight. It had hemorrhoids too." Now, I need to seriously look up what hemorrhoids is again, but I definitely don't have one. So what is your weird obsession with $5, condoms, hemorrhoids, Vegemite, a dog for some reason that you think I own, and hemorrhoids? Okay, Stephen Owen wrote, "Haha." You do have a weird sense of humor. I definitely give you that. I give you utter respect for the Vegemite comment, even though I don't eat it too much. I wonder why you thought I ate Vegemite too much, though. Unless you think my hair spiky looks like I have, not sure, but that's a pretty random thing to say on someone's YouTube video, though. But entertaining. And okay, here we go again. Stephen Owen, "Thanks for the laughter. I'm Australian too." I didn't mean to make this video comedic, but you kind of wrote some pretty out there and funny things. Whether you're trolling me or not, or roasting, I definitely give you guts for that. They're not necessarily negative trolls. They're just a bit out there and a bit random and a bit like, what's that all about? And some obsession with hemorrhoids, thinking I own a dog, which I don't, and me loving Vegemite too much for whatever reason. What type of music are you into, by the way, Stephen Owen? What's your type of go-to music just before I end this video. I'm kind of enjoying the weird shit I'm reading. It's kind of fucking entertaining. None? Jesus Christ. How can you not like music? Yeah, I don't know about you. Don't know if we could get along or not. We could get along for some of your weird sense of humour, but I don't know about not liking music, though. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed this video, fellow YouTubers. Sorry if I got a bit off random stuff at the end and you're like, why is the video still going? I was just reading some of the hilarious live YouTube comments and I thought they were funny. See you in the next video. Hope you enjoyed a little bit of the Jesus said don't listen to music. Okay, some Bible bashing weirdo now. I'm pretty sure if Jesus was real, he would say listen to music. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed some of the video. I know some of it went a bit off on a tangent maybe towards the end with some of the comments that I'm reading on my live YouTube video, but the subject matter itself about this Damien Leith book that I was reading and giving you some of the examples, I hope you enjoyed that for sure, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.